for coming by. I'm sure you're very anxious to get out on track. It's taken a lot of effort to get to F1. Congratulations. But the real work starts now. This is...
Claire, motorsports journalist. Nice to meet you. You'll be seeing quite a lot of me throughout the season. So, you had a pretty impressive junior career. How are you feeling about your move into F1? Do you think you have what it takes?
Let's save the questions for a proper interview, shall we? I'm sure you'll have a lot more to talk about once there's been some action on track. I think we could fit you in after FP1 if you're free.
That works for me. I'll grab you the second you finish on the track.
Remember, the relationship you have with the team can be affected by what you say to the media. So be careful. Anyway, it's time to catch up with Carl. He's waiting for you in the data center. Good luck out there today.
Welcome to the data center. Here, we've got access to all kinds of information, including car telemetry, weather, lap times, tyre wear, the list goes on. Plus, we've got a direct link back to the factory, so we're in constant communication with the team there. We need you to regularly feedback about areas of the car that are lacking and help us direct our resources in the most productive way. More effort here equals a quicker car, so it's well worth the effort. Good luck this season. Oh, and make us all look good, okay?
Welcome to your new team. Williams has a rich history, with several periods of dominance over several decades in the sport. It's high time for another one of those, and you can help make that happen. So let's knuckle down and get to work, okay?
Okay. Hi everyone, welcome to my Let's Play series of F1 2018, just as the 2019 season is about to start. I'll be playing through the campaign, or I should say the career, and I want to raise money for pancreatic cancer research. So please look in the description for links for the US and Canada, and join me in donating anything that you can generously. Yeah, so I'll be donating 10 cents for each point that I earn during the regular season, and as you can see, we will be playing with the Williams team. So, understandably, in the 2018 season, they had kind of a rough season, and they're starting out at the back, but hopefully, you know, with our expert guidance, we'll be able to push them up towards the midfield and get some really good points, and, you know, earn a lot of money for cancer research. So. Without further ado, we are at the Melbourne Grand Prix, the first race of the 2018 season. And just to let you guys know, I will be skipping the qualifying because I think, or skipping the practice, I mean, because I think that's pretty boring to watch usually. I'll probably bring it in for any like really important moments or interesting moments, but other than that, we'll pretty much. I'll be pretty much showing the qualifying and the race. The qualifying is set to a short qualifying, so only one session, but you're able to make multiple laps, and hopefully we'll be able to get, you know, probably 2 or 3 laps in for qualifying just to try and get us as high as possible up the grid, and then the race is set to 25%. I do have the rewinds turned on, so, you know, if you get infuriated watching people play with the rewinds on and think that it's too arcadey or whatever, then maybe this is not the series for you. But personally, I'm just here to have fun, and also I would probably go insane because I'm not good enough driver to go through the whole race without making any mistakes. So I guess we'll start out with just unlimited rewinds, and then maybe if we get better, we can reduce or artificially reduce the number of rewinds we use through the race to make things a little bit more interesting.
Here you can see the pertinent details about your current contract. On one side are the objectives and bonuses that we've negotiated with the team. On the other is information regarding how you're perceived throughout the paddock, your reputation with the current team, and your overall value to them, which is a combination of these elements.
Alrighty. So, looks like we are expected to qualify 19th and finish 19th. Pretty harsh, but I understand where they're coming from during their car. We're the second driver. Our teammate is Lance Stroll, and team goal is to score 1 driver's championship point in, it looks like 2 race weekends. So I guess this weekend and the next race. We're a complete rookie, and I guess we'll have to work on building our reputation up with the team. Let's go back to the first overview, I guess, and go to messages. Hello, Claire Williams is just welcoming us between yourself and Lance. I'm sure we can have a fantastic season. My door is always open. That's great. Carl has information about tutorials, I guess. I mentioned before, keeping on top of research and development is crucial to improving the car's performance. You also need to actively manage limited supply of gearboxes and power unit components throughout the season. You can find detailed explanations on how to manage these areas via the pause menu. Okay. Emma, good morning. I've attached a reminder of your current contract terms. Make sure you have achieved the objectives we've committed to here. So that is 19th for qualifying, 19th for race, second driver status, and the team goals are easy. Okay. Goals update from Emma as well. Can you take a look at the attached goal information, please? Make sure you keep it in mind and do your best to fulfill the objective. So our target is to score 1 point in 2 races. And if we do that, we'll get 400 research points, which is quite a lot actually. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We'll definitely try to score at least 1 point in the next 2 races. Oh, by the way, I have set the AI difficulty to 55%. We can make adjustments to that going forward, but I think so far from what I've played with the game, that's been roughly around my competitive level. So, morning everyone. I've attached the preview for this weekend's Grand Prix. If you have any questions, come see me in the data center. All right. So, preview is Melbourne. Doesn't really give us that much information besides the tires. Okay. Weather forecast. Qualifying looks good and dry. Race looks like it might start out a little bit wet and then go to the dry, so that'll be interesting. Hopefully that lets us mix it up a bit. Let's go to our
Winning
rivals.
rivalries is a great way to earn respect from your team and around the paddock, which will help make it easier to negotiate favourable contracts. Your first rival is always your teammate, but you can choose who to declare as your second. The harder the rival from the eligible selection, the more respect you stand to gain or lose depending on the result.
Okay, so our first rival will be Lance Stroll, and we'll see where we go from there. Driver details, absolutely nothing. Go to performance. Okay, so we do have 1,500 research points, as seen in the top right. And it looks like our powertrain is pretty good, considering we're getting a Mercedes engine. Our chassis and aerodynamics really need work. And in the actual 2018 season, I think Williams had some real issues with aerodynamics. So let's just try and get ourselves up towards Red Bull. And once we get past Red Bull, then we'll see about how we can keep going. So we're going to focus our efforts mostly on aerodynamics and the chassis for now. But I am going to unlock a durability just early on, just so that we can get the maximum benefit from it. And let's go with aerodynamics. Let's see what we can do. Front wing turning vanes or side pod turning vanes. So it looks like they both cost the same, and they both give us the same amount of performance increase. So let's do the front wings. Okay. Then we have 500 left. Let's go with the chassis. So it looks like the rear floor under tray is just a tiny bit more gain than the intercooler location. So let's go with that. Alright, that's all of our research points spent. Let's go out of that. We have these 3 R&D objectives lined up. And not much progress yet since we haven't even done the first race yet. Okay, so here are our power unit and, or I should say power unit components outlined for the season. As you can see, we have a certain number of each of these components to use throughout the season, and if we go over, we will be penalized for it. We have 3 internal combustion engines, 2 kinetic motor generator units, or MGU-Ks, 3 MGU-Hs, and so on. So nothing to worry about right now, but towards the middle-ish part of the season, we might have to start, taking some penalties just to get more components. And based on how we drive, of course, that will affect the amount of wear we put on each of these components, but sometimes it just can't be helped. We have a gearbox every, I think, 6 races or something like that. So, yep. So as you can see here, it says completed races 0 out of 6. We can switch the gearbox every 6 races. Of course, if we damage it or something, or go over or wear it out, then we'll have to switch early, and we'll have to take a penalty for that. So, all right. And here's our tire allocation. It's not too interesting about that, so I guess that's it. Alright, so I'm going to go through the practice sessions, and then I'll bring you guys back in for qualifying, just so that you don't have to see me going around practice lap by lap, which is not very interesting. Alright, and welcome back everyone. Let's get started with qualifying. I just did the 2 practice sessions, and as you can see, we earned about 501 research points, which is really great. So actually, let's go look at our research first. So let's go into the R&D tree. And I don't think we'll be able to... Yeah, so we won't be able to do any other developments in the chassis or the aerodynamics area because right now we can only do 1 upgrade at a time. I think it's the same with the durability. So we'll bank that 501 points and we'll use it next time. Let's look at our wear just to make sure everything looks okay. Overall, it's 7%, so it's not bad. Let's go look at our messages. So, from Claire, you'll have to show some patience for the first part of the season, as we expect our initial pace to be towards the back of the grid. Yep, but don't worry, everyone's working hard and we have great investment in the team. As long as you do your bit, we should be able to move towards the middle of the pack over the course of the year. That is the plan. Let's look at Emma, go look at the season. Jeff, here's weather report. Nothing's really changed, so dry qualifying and a mixed race. And Melbourne report. A few tricky spots on the circuit here. Particularly be careful about turns 5 and 9. The curbs are high, and if you take too much, you'll spin right off the track. Okay. Also keep in mind it's a slow speed limit in the pit lane here, more so than the other circuits. So take care not to exceed it, or you'll be flat out. As you will be flat out on the entry, yes. Finally, don't cut turn 12 too much. Fast right at the high speed chicane. Right, okay. There's time to be found here if you keep your foot in, but first it's easy to unsettle the car, and second it's easy to get a penalty. Alright. So, with all that duly noted, let's go to qualifying.
Welcome to Melbourne, where qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly.
Right, we've lost telemetry. We've lost pretty much all sensor information. It's being looked into now, so just bear with it for a few minutes if you can, please.
Well, this is new. I don't think I've ever seen it in this game yet, but yeah, apparently we have a sensor fault, so I guess the team's got to take care of that before we can get out onto the track. It's probably okay. I don't expect there's too many teams going out right at the beginning. Like most people are in the garage. Just a few here and there are out on track. But not too bad. And the repair time is going to take another 30 seconds. So let's see. We have 3 soft and three ultra soft and a super soft. I expect to use probably 2 tires. I think we'll be able to get into 2 laps this qualifying session. Go to the car
It's
setup.
pretty quiet out on track. We should consider getting out there.
Okay, so let's go to the view car setup. So we're set up for 3.9 laps of fuel right now, so that's good. I mean, the less fuel we take with us, the faster we'll go around the track for 1 lap, so that's good. Everything looks fine here. So looks like the sensor issue has been fixed. So let's select. Whoops. That's fine. All right, let's select that tire, and we will go to track. All right, park firmway conditions means that once we leave the garage during qualifying, we won't be able to change most of the things on the car for the race. So as soon as we leave, we won't be able to make basically any setup changes. All right, let's go for the flying lap. Alright, so let's just checking my deployment. Everything's on maximum. Alright, let's get to it. Create a little bit of space in between me and the car in front. Brake. Turn in a little bit wide. Get on the power. Yeah, it was not too bad in the first corner there. Gotta remember to brake early for this one. Ooh, that's pretty close to the wall there. And across the line. Alright, 4th, not bad. Go back to the garage. Alright, so 4th, not bad for our first lap out there. Actually really good for our first lap out there, but I suspect we'll drop down a little bit as all the other cars follow through. I think we were one of the earlier ones out there. So yep, we've already dropped down to 5th. But it looks like some of the other cars have already gone out for a lap, and we are ahead of them, so that's good. Actually, our teammate is in 13th, which is really surprising. But yeah, see, we got Danny Rick, Vettel. I think at least these guys.
So far is a 1:27.1.
Yeah, so at least, yeah, Danny Rick is going to be above us, I think. Yep. Now we're down to 6th. I think Vettel is definitely going to be above us. So. But I think Roman Grosjean, Marcus Ericsson, I don't think we have to worry about them too much. Well, maybe the Haas, but not really the Sauber, I think. We should be able to take them. We're at 6. We'll probably be down to 7th or 8th once everybody's had their first lap through. And if we can't improve, I suspect we'll be probably between 8th and 10th. Because they tend to go faster in their second lap around, but hopefully we'll be going faster as well. Currently, we are the fastest Q3 sector, as denoted by the purple color here, 34.6, which is really nice. But it looks like Valtteri Bottas has the fastest S1 and S2. So we had 9 minutes remaining. I'm just going to accelerate time a little bit just to get to the end of the session. and then we'll do a lap at the end. So usually the tracks get more rubbered in, as they say. The cars lay down more tire rubber on the track and it gets more grippy. So towards the end of the session is usually when the track is fastest. That's if there's no rain or anything like that. Alright, so 4.5 minutes, that sounds good. Let's check that we have the right tires on. Nope. So we'll switch to a brand new set of tires. And this time we will drive out.
Engine fired. We're set.
So we'll take the in lap and try to warm up our tires and everything, and then go for it, I guess. Alright, so it doesn't look like there's anybody behind us, which is good. We do have Sergio Perez, I think, in front of us, or at least one of the Force Indias. But they're pretty far up the road. I don't think we'll have any problems with them.
You've fallen down the order. You're now in P7.
So we'll just conserve our engine and everything for now. Alright, we're getting into the back section of the course now. Time to really punch it and get everything up to temperature. Oh, that was bad. Alright, let's do a rewind. That was pretty terrible last corner, or second to last corner there. Alright, let's start here. Alright, so far so good. Purple first sector. Alright, we're about 7/10 up, that's really good. Alright, to the finish. Oh, we lost a ton of time in the end there, but we only increased by about 100th. Let's go back to the garage. Alright, let's see what happened here. Oh, that's the end of the session.
As we wind down from the excitement of qualifying, here's a look at your top three. Vettel, Hamilton and Max Verstappen. It's time to leave for now, but we'll be back tomorrow when the Grand Prix itself gets underway.
Hey, so not bad. 8th overall for Williams at the beginning of the season. Really not bad considering Our teammate is in 20th. I don't think we'll be getting much help from him this season, at least until we upgrade the car a lot. So yeah, 8th. That's not a bad result. Only the top 10 drivers in the race get points. So 10th place gets 1 point, and first place gets 25, and they're somewhat distributed evenly across the first 10 places. Although the top places actually get much more points than the bottom places, so it's more of like a exponential increase or something like that towards the front. But anyway, let's see who's going to be around us. We got a Haas. Oh, Kimmy is in 6th. That's seems like he must have had a problem or something somewhere. Falkenberg in 9th for Renault, and McLaren in 10th for Alonso. Alright, so not bad. I think maybe in the race we'll hope to gain a couple of places, maybe put ourselves, 6th or 7th. It would require beating one of the top 3 teams, which I'm not really sure if we can, but we'll give it a try nonetheless. But definitely I think we can take this Haas if everything goes well. Yeah, I think that's it for qualifying. Thanks so much for watching.
Amazing performance out there. You must be really happy.
It's been a great qualifying session for you. Are you going to carry that momentum into the race? Are you hoping to have your reliability issues sorted out before qualifying?
Well, I hope so.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were going to get a little interview at the end there, but well, that was the interview, so that's actually the end of the session, so I'll see you guys in the race.